Today on the Hire Me podcast, I have with me Joseph Ekpo. Let's jump right in to learn how Joseph could be your next great hire and professional connection. Welcome to the podcast, Joseph. So excited to have you here. Let's start off and tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you?
Well, I'm very organized, competent, and professional in relation to job I undertake. I carefully ensure that I have the experience, skills, and attitude to be able to perform a job in a very high standard.
Good deal. So, what type of role are you looking for next?
I'm looking for a role for a facility manager or an operation manager. That's the role I'm looking for.
What do you love about doing that type of work?
What I love about our work is it's a friendly environment whereby I am a co-worker work to achieve a result. It makes me to enjoy my work and to be eager to go to the work the next day because I have a team whereby we ensure we do things professionally to achieve a set goal, and we are able to collaborate and share ideas in terms of where there are issues that arise, and it's atmosphere whereby everybody enjoy coming to work the next day.
Awesome. So, what type of leadership and culture will help you thrive when you're doing this type of work?
Communication and supervision is a key in terms of leadership. Leadership is whereby I'm able to lead and able to guide and able to direct and able to teach as well, whereby everyone that under my leadership are able to benefit and able to learn one thing or the other. And in terms of motivating the team to work and in terms of encouraging them to ensure that, okay, don't worry, you can do it, you are great, you are capable, and it's something that motivates the other team members as well. Stand on leadership, and the cultural environment is whereby the company itself is ready to entrust us, entrust my leadership to be able to set a goal for others to be able to follow, and at the end of the day, we all are able to achieve one purpose for the growth of the organization and the growth of the company, which has been my leadership style.
All right. So, I'm interested. So, as a facility manager, an operational manager, what problems can you solve for companies?
Okay, in both, if it is a facility manager or if it is an operation, I will try as possible to put both of them together in terms of explaining. One, if I'm fitting into any of the company, what I'm able to do for them in terms of that problem, if it is in the park sector, if it is in the generator aspect, if it's something that requires the residents. So what I would do is this: if, for instance, the generator is having issue, and I have a little bit of knowledge of understanding about the problem, I don't need to call the technician to come and do it. I'll just resolve it by myself, which I'm able to save the company some money as well. Other aspect is this: in terms of a little bit of electrical work within the work environment, which I have the understanding about it, I can as well solve the problem without calling a professional in that field to come and resolve it. Other thing is time of water system. In water system, we have to treat the water. You have to have a dosing pump. You have to put chemical and stuff like that. I have the understanding of it as well, and it is something whereby I can just say, okay, we need XYZ of materials for us to ensure that we have a clean water for the resident. and it's something I have known the quantity of chemicals that can be put into this water that make everybody have a clean water and something they can drink without not having any effect on their system, which I've practicalized it and I've done in the past and I'm very good at it. So I can also solve a problem of the power in terms of if we have a NEPA cut or high price of bills that are coming in. What I would do is to have a review. What are we consuming? What is consuming the power? Why are we paying high charges of power? So once I'm able to do the analysis, I can now say, okay, if this is, for instance, if the other facility that is responsible for us to manage is the one that is causing the high price of the power consumption, then I can say, okay, let's reduce the usage of it. If we can manage it when we are putting on the generator, we can as well use it. And if you are using the normal power voltage, then we can regulate how we make use of that power so that we don't have to spend much on power, and we can also reserve some money into the pocket of the company. So if there are other areas whereby there are problems which I may not have the idea of it, I can as well say, okay, I can just look into that same problem and give my own idea and experience so far to be able to solve the company problem. So in solving company problem has been a part of me, and I'm also good at it as well. Thank you.
Oh, that's fascinating. All the different pieces that you pulled in there. So, we have come to the last question though, Joseph, and I'm really excited to hear your answer. Tell us a little bit about what matters to you, right? What are some of your personal values?
My personal value is integrity, competence, and ethical. In terms of I don't do what people say, oh, this is what Joseph is doing. I love to know. I do my work diligently. I do my work professionally. And I do my work to make sure that the company grows. I do my work to prove myself worthy of my profession and my role in the company. As my value is, I don't do what will stay my value or affect my value moral. In my time of moral, I try as much as possible to keep myself loyal, which is key, keep myself simple, keep myself transparent in everything I'm doing, and I'm also open-minded, and I'm also a team leader. I work with a team. I ensure that this is my core value. I'm someone that you can rely on. I'm someone you can trust. I'm someone that is loyal, and I'm someone that is respectful. I'm someone that can get things done without anybody being around. And this has been part of what has been keeping me going in terms of my value. In my previous place of work, my value has been something whereby I make sure I maintain it in terms of the staff that I supervise. I told them that this is my value. I like excellence. I like to do things professionally. I like to do things right, and which I want you guys also work with that same system of my core value. So once they are working in that same frequency, I'm sure the respect will also come back to me. Okay, I can say, oh, Joseph, we saw what you did, we saw how you're able to manage things, and we are impressed with it, and which is something that has kept me going thus far. So my core value has been fantastic, and I was able to maintain it as well. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Joseph. I appreciate your time coming on the Hire Me podcast. It was fantastic to meet you and learn about you and your skills and how you'll bring value into your next role. So, for those of you who are watching or listening, be sure to connect with Joseph through the links in the description or show notes. And make sure that you subscribe, follow, and like our content here on the Hire Me podcast so we can continue elevating more of today's top talent. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.